Hello, and welcome to the first official episode of the Hawk's Eye View. We've made a few additions since then, a few improvements. We've actually got a plan for what we're going to do this time. And in case you missed the first introductions episode, I'm Ethan.
I am Lewis.
I'm Harnor.
I'm Sahir.
And we actually have some new members. Firstly, there's the one co-founder that we weren't able to introduce in episode 0.
Hi guys, I'm Nikhil. I am the setup manager for the Hawk's Eye View. I plan dates for when we record, and I do some basic script writing.
And finally, just a general new addition, and we think he's going to be a good help.
Hey y'all, my name is Jeffrey Lee, and I'll be helping mostly with outreach in the podcast, and I'm also in the Hawks editorial.
And so, we have just a few topics today. One of the most impactful of which being the Reconstruction of Hopkins, and this has probably been circulating around. The Reconstruction of Hopkins and our subsequent, stay at Lila. It's caused a fair bit of changes, I'd say.
Yeah, like when I was driving past it, it was like completely torn down. There was no parking lot. Like most of the buildings, I'm pretty sure, were torn down. So I do not know how we're gonna go back to school in January. I wonder if any of us are actually ever going to attend school at Hopkins, because we didn't do it last year due to COVID.
That's a thought. Not even going to Hopkins in all of middle school.
Yeah, so I take the bus every day, right? And since the first day I've been taking the bus, and pretty much I go past there every time. They actually built a brand new parking lot there, so that's new. But the entire school, the front area is pretty much destroyed. There's ditches that people's you can't even see their legs. They're that deep, so pretty dangerous, I would say.
Yeah, but here's the question though. Do any of you guys feel like going to Lila is a disappointment for middle school? Are we losing any of the middle school experience in your guys' opinion?
We're for sure losing the fact that for PE and stuff, we don't get to run as much anymore, or changing, because that's going to happen in high school, changing before periods because we don't have locker rooms because it's an elementary school.
And do you guys think that we are going to be unprepared for high school in any way, or would we be the same amount for grades and learning in that type of view? Because of course we might not have the same amount of equipment and stuff, because some of it might be at Hopkins.
I think it'll be the same. What's really different? Not much, actually. It's pretty much just building, and the building I actually feel is much nicer than the Hopkins. When we had that tour in 6th grade, I found that the building was much nicer and we're learning the exact same thing, so I doubt there'll be much of a change.
Yeah, so I also like MSJE kids, haven't even had a chance to tour Hopkins since on the day of the tour a person got COVID or something. So I have no clue what Hopkins is like, other than going to elementary orchestra and stuff.
Yeah, I also agree with that. But going to Hopkins has a little bit of authenticity to it, I believe, at least. It makes you feel more like you've gone to, everyone has gone to this school, and the fact that you've gone to it too just gives you a sense of you're connected to more people. That's at least my point of view.
Yeah, in my perspective, I think that Hopkins is not as good as Lila, because when I took the tour around Hopkins, 6th grade, it was surprisingly small. I always thought that Hopkins was a big school, but it was surprisingly small for a middle school. And I think that it's much smaller than Lila. And since Lila has much better material and it's more modern, I think it's much better.
Yeah, but then of course there's a big problem. I'm sure it's on everybody's minds. Whether they take the school bus, go with their parents, maybe even walk, who knows? It's the commute there. It takes me around 25 minutes to get to school in the morning, and personally, I don't very much enjoy the ride. How about you guys?
Okay, I think we can all talk on this one. How many of us take the bus, and how many of us like it?
For me, the bus isn't that bad because most of the time in the morning I'll find a seat with a friend. since the first day, but it's definitely a problem coming back because I take 217, and the problem is like the bus getting full and then having to go on a different bus. That's definitely a big problem.
Yeah, like I have a lot of friends who go on the bus, and I'm actually thankful I don't go on the bus, because people who live like in like really close to me who stop at the same bus stop, they tell me it takes like an hour to get to their house. So yeah. So wait, Nikhil, I have a question for you. Would you prefer Hopkins or Lila?
Of course, there are different points for each one, for different things that they're better at. For example, Lila is much newer. Of course, we all know that the buildings are very nice. It's a very nice elementary school, and I hope we can keep it that way for the elementary schoolers to come. But at the same time, the commute there it's not good. I don't like it at all, and for that reason, I would rather be at Hopkins. Plus, as I said, the authenticity of it, plus having that little connection with other people. I feel like that's very important.
And yeah, speaking of the buses, I'd really like to know how they're planned. And for that reason specifically, pretty soon, it's going to be coming up eventually. We're going to be having an interview with Mr. Brown himself. He's opened up a period for us, and we're going to be asking him a few questions about the planning for this entire event, like who they got to do it, when did they start, the budget. I really want to know the budget, honestly, and especially the bus plans, because sometimes they take pretty unreasonable routes. And yeah, this entire debacle, it's been a ride, certainly.
So now let's transition to basketball tryouts. That just happened. And personally, 3 of us have made the team in this podcast, me, Lewis, and Harnoor. And how do you guys think the tryouts were? Were they different than what you expected anyway? And also Sahir and Jeffrey tried out. So any of you guys, honestly.
So for me, the basketball tryouts were exhausting. Like on the first day, we ran 6 laps, and it was 8 minutes. And I ran my heart out because I thought it was part of the test for the tryouts. And so later that day, I was extremely tired doing like any of the drills. So I think I didn't really like tryouts at all because our warm-up was like a whole mile run.
I mean, for me, I actually just hated tryouts, because during tryouts, I actually like dislocated my finger. So after on the first day, 1 hour later, I had to go home and I had to go to urgent care, and like, yeah, they put up a splint and stuff. But basically happened was like, I was guarding someone threw the ball and my finger bent backwards and got dislocated. So yeah, that sucks.
Harnoor, from someone who made the team, also, do you think that we've just also had practice on Thursday as well? Do you think that it's inconvenient for you at all, or are you just exhilarated that you made the team and think that it was very well planned out, stuff like that? How about you?
For me, I think it's more like a 50-50 thing. So like the 4 days continuously, that was like pretty hard, but I kind of got used to doing it after playing basketball a lot. And like tryouts overall, it was an okay experience, pretty exhausting for sure. I agree with Lewis. And the best part was probably the very end and getting selected. Like when I got selected, the entire like whoever made the team before me, everyone started yelling, and that like kind of gave some like a burst of emotion or something like that.
Yeah, I really remember that, because when Harnoor was chosen the last pick, everyone just started screaming. The whole gym erupted, and I think it was a really good moment for him.
Harnoor, were there tears? Tell me the truth. Were there tears, man?
There was definitely tears.
I wouldn't say tears, okay? That's a little much, but no.
He was so happy. He was pacing along the sidelines.
I was definitely like incredibly stressed because, if I didn't make it, it was probably gonna be pretty sad because I put a lot of effort into trying to make it, and seeing your hard work pay off, that's always a good thing. So yeah.
Yeah, and I must say, Jeffrey, how did you feel? Because I know you don't really play basketball a lot, and it's crazy that you were like doing really good in tryouts. So what about you?
I mean, like, I did good in things that didn't matter since, like, first, I mean, the actual coach, like, mostly what he did was like liners and stuff, right? And like when we were scrimmaging, yeah, I did okay, I guess. But still, it's like it doesn't feel super selective, I guess. And it's like he based most of it off of a few drills, and yeah.
I agree. I feel like there wasn't too much time.
Well, I also have one final quick basketball story to show. I wasn't at the tryouts, but I remember I used to do basketball. I used to do baseball. I'm in tennis now. I stopped basketball dang early on. I was on two different, like I was in elementary school, before fifth. I don't even think I was in third grade when I quit basketball. And then I got into baseball, and now I'm in tennis, which I dropped after quarantine. No, I dropped baseball after quarantine. Sorry about that. But
I never thought that you actually did sports. I'm
I
not
thought
gonna lie,
that-
you don't really look like a person
Really?
who does sports. Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I felt like you had played tennis before, just like your form and everything. I felt like your build and stuff. I felt like you were a tennis person, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you
I
did
failed.
swimming.
oh wait, no, I did. Oh man, god, so many sports. I did do swimming. Thing
I was
is,
right.
quarantine, contaminated waters, filthy, all that stuff. It drove me away, but I still do it. I still know how to swim.
okay. And now I hear that we have socials, spirit days, all of that stuff coming up. Lewis, as an ASB representative, do you know anything about this?
So first
Hey.
off,
Don't forget me, man.
Yeah, you're also an
oh
ASB
yeah,
representative.
Ethan's the other.
Oh
ASB.
yeah, and Jeffrey.
Wait, Jeffrey, you're an ASB rep. I didn't even. Whoa. Oh,
Yeah,
please.
he sat
I'm
in the
sorry.
front row, like on the very left.
Okay, so
Oh,
starting
man.
off next week, next Friday, on the 29th, everyone can wear their costume to school. It's like Spirit Day for Halloween. So that's gonna be really exciting because honestly, I don't really think that a lot of people will wear costumes just because like we feel more mature or something like that. But I feel like I would still wear a costume just because it's Halloween. And
Let's see, Lewis. I'll hold you to that, okay?
oh no, I don't know about that.
Who's
I
gonna be
make
wearing a
promises
mask and
already.
enter science class?
Ethan or Jeffrey, anything else on like spirit days coming up or the
Yeah.
socials?
So there's going to be social November 5th. That's going to be pretty interesting. There's going to be like a photo booth, 2 photo booths, a DJ, and from what Madame Chabot said, there's going to be like a petting zoo, which is going to be interesting.
Oh yeah. Mr. El Corey, our 5th year teacher, I think we talked about him in our introduction episode. He was like pretty excited about the petting zoo, and also speaking of all that, speaking of the DJ, oh man, in that meeting, when we decided what we're gonna get for the socials and the remainder of the year, I must say those were some frisky money decisions.
Yeah. Like the end of the year, like 8th grade event, $16,000. It was surprising how like the whole room rose their hand, and it was just me and Ethan sitting there with our hands down, thinking it was a really dumb idea. And like the DJ was like $900 or $600, right? I
Yeah.
honestly
Yo,
think
this
that
D-
it's not too overpriced because it's a DJ for 3 hours. That's a pretty long time period, and with photo booths, that's gonna be pretty exciting for the next social.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like,
bro.
go
This
ahead.
DJ better be really good if he's like $1,000, man.
Hey, this event we're getting at the end of the year, that's gotta be like top tier. They're like paying. We're gonna have a banger of a time. At least I do hope. Oh wait, actually it's only the 8th graders. Dang, sorry about that.
Oh,
You
yo,
roasted
bro.
the whole
didn't do those 7th
man.
graders did like
Hey,
that,
Yo,
did you?
we
yeah,
don't
Ethan?
do
bro,
it like
man.
that, bro.
Okay, guys, but, like-
Raider,
Man.
right?
So
All right,
like,
guys, I think we're about done for this episode. Anything else anyone want to say, or are we? Oh yeah,
Oh,
okay, yeah.
bro,
And then
yeah.
okay, now we're really quick gonna address some mistakes from last episode. Ethan.
Oh man, okay. Put me on the spot there, huh? Apologies. I misused Mr. and Mrs. I said Mr. Barnett last episode, and for that I apologize sincerely.
That sounds sarcastic in my opinion, but I'm sure Ethan is
Yeah,
super
bro.
sincere about it. It was an honest mistake. Like right after we finished recording, Harnor said, "You said, Mr. Barnett," and all of us started laughing.
Yeah,
Uh,
Harnoor's apparently had it with all these people coming to him. Yeah.
Like, yeah, so after it went viral, and I sent like the very, very early stage of the podcast to a few friends. All of them noticed it, and then I said something, but then we already posted it, so it was too late.
Yeah, and let's have Jeffrey mention the Spotify thing.
Yeah, so the podcast is on Spotify now. So if you open the Spotify app or like the website, if you search up Hawk's Eye View, it should appear.
And
And
I'll
yeah.
also put that on the website too. So yeah. I'll put
And
that
finally, one really late mistake. Man, I had a headache all week about this. The releasing of the first step of episode 0, the introductions to begin with, that was a mess. I said it would be on Infinite Campus, then Mr. Brown just appeared, and then I needed to tell the vice principal about it, and then she sent it on Gmail, not Infinite Campus. And I'm honestly surprised that the video took off as well as it did, even despite those things. And for that, thank you to everyone. Even if the mic quality wasn't top tier, even if the music was kind of a last minute meme lol choice.
Yeah.
Bro,
Dude, I
you
was
talking about
stressing-
your mic? Listen to my mic from last year, bro.
I was
Last
stressing out
episode.
over the whole video because like the quality was not too great, and I didn't want a lot of people seeing like bad quality for a first impression, but I guess it really worked out somehow. And-
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't there last
dislikes.
week, but I can already tell it was quite the first episode, but I can fully promise that things will only get better, and I'm really excited for our next episode.
Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
else, guys?
Mr. Brown interview next episode. Keep your eye out for that. He'll give us all the juicy tidbits on that reconstruction. And Sahir?
Just one more thing. Thank you everyone who was like congratulating us and saying how awesome our podcast was, and thank you for that.
And on that note, we will end. This is episode 1 of the Hawk's Eye View. Peace out from me.
Goodbye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you next time.